First, I'd like to thank Larry Schultz for making Sandra Cameron's Dance Center available. Thank you very much, Larry. And Don Gardner has been working all day today, worked yesterday, and has been preparing for this concert. And I think he deserves a special hand. Thank you, Don. Donald is our secretary and treasurer. And I'd also like to introduce Walter Schaap, who is our executive vice president, responsible primarily for the Bulletin, now called the Bechet Quarterly. He and Alan Theodore produced that. We thank you very much, Walter. Ross Townsend, our other vice president, is not here because he's on flight from Paris to New York at this very moment, where he gigged in Paris for the last 2 weeks. So otherwise, all offices would be here. But we have some wonderful people in the audience, and I might as well introduce the last person who walked in is George Avakian, who produced Louis Armstrong and Sidney Bechet on Columbia Records. He's just taken the seat. I'd like to offer a special welcome to Nellie Cheatham. Would Nellie please stand up? A couple of rows behind her is the famous Bill Gottlieb. His golden age of jazz is one of the musts in the jazz world, the greatest photographer I know in the jazz world, Bill Gottlieb. Who, by the way, dedicated his wonderful book to Phil and Walter Schaap. Right behind him is Rebecca Weller, who produces the concerts at Lincoln Center all summer. Rebecca Weller, would you please stand up? I see Stanley King up front, who has a band at the Cajun every Tuesday. He's the percussionist, and welcome here, Stanley.
Thank you.
Even without my glasses, I see Vera Bechet, a grandniece of Sidney Bechet, and our newest board member. Vera? With all those who I haven't introduced who feel that I should have introduced them, please stand up now. I won't get in trouble that way. I have to announce the obvious. Unfortunately, our birthday child, Benny Waters, is not here with us. He went into the hospital on Monday, and he came out on Wednesday. I last spoke to him on Saturday, and since he's not here, I'll take 2 minutes to tell you what we talked about. I read to him the wonderful pre-write that the New York Post had on Friday about this concert, which was very complimentary to Benny. And every time I read a sentence to him about him, he says, "Be sure to send me that clipping." I said another sentence which said he had the vitality of a youngster, and he said, "Please send me the clipping." And the third sentence, and he again said, "Please send me." But then we made a date sometime in the future to go to a restaurant where we usually go in Queens. And when I hung up, just as I was hanging up, he said, "Now, Eric, don't forget to send me the clipping." So he'll be at our next concert, I'm sure. As a matter of fact, I would like to suggest that we sing happy birthday to him, and Benny is on the phone right now. Benny, all the people here would like to sing to you happy birthday. He says, "Thank you very much." He's on the phone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. them. He says, thank you very much. And we all love you, and happy birthday. Good. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. And now a brief introduction of the music. The music started in New Orleans about the time Benny played. He was in the beginning of jazz, and of course he has a history of jazz. And the music that started in New Orleans, which we are celebrating today, is of international scope today. And nothing could illustrate that better than this very concert. Benny, who I just spoke to, worked in Paris for 40 years. As I look around, Keith is born in England. Giampaolo Biagi is born in Italy. He flew back from Milan today and had a radio show in Milan and Rome. Here is our soprano saxophone player born in Australia. I look at Jack Lesberg. Some of you may not know that Jack lived in Australia for 5 years. The rest of the musicians and our vocalist, Ed Polcer, well, you also lived in Australia?
No, I was born in Paterson, New Jersey.
That makes it international. Ed has played at jazz festivals all over the world, as all of you know. I think Gwen lived in Puerto Rico, U.S. possession, but still international. Worked in Puerto Rico for many years, and has, of course, played and sung in South America and Europe. So it's an international art form which we celebrate at the Sidney Bechet Society, and I hope you will enjoy the music. Thank you.